Hello and welcome to the second tutorial of the ladder programming using the PLC. We're using OutSeal Studio. For more information about OutSeal Studio, you can just go to outseal.com and get more information. You can download the app also. This is a really good app for building the ladder programming, learning about it, and also has a simulator that you can use to review your code before downloading it. It has three important tabs: the design tabs, which allows you to design your code; the online tab, which allows you to connect directly to your PLC and check your code, okay, and the simulation code, which allows you as a software simulator. You can check the inputs and outputs and for whatever you do. So in the previous example, we built basically an AND gate using switch 1 and switch 2 with a relay or an output. Also, we built an AND gate, an OR gate, an NOR gate, an XOR gate. All of those has been built in the previous example. So we'll do now a more advanced techniques and more advanced programming skills. So we'll start anew. So our board is the Nano, okay? Just press OK. And now what we're gonna learn today is about the delay command, which is a very important command. So to have your instructions, you press here, and then you pick your data from here. Okay, so in the previous examples, we noted that when I have a switch here, so I'll place from my instructions a switch, and we'll pick the data for this. So this is S1. See, it's highlighted now in yellow, which means that this is used, and the outputs, this is an out. Okay, well, I go to the relays from the relay tab, and I drag and drop relay number 1. So now when I do the simulation, when I press, okay, I'll turn all off. When I press S1, switch 1, the relay immediately turns on. So what I need to do today is when I press, I need a delay of 5 seconds, then this will turn on. To do that, basically, what I will do is to use the time tab in the instructions. So I'll drag tone, I'll add tone here, okay, and then tone has some specifications here. But before I go to the specification, I don't like my page to be like this. So what I'm gonna do is to go to the page design, and I will select A4, which will put it in a single line. Okay, I can always drag this to give it more space. Okay, this is cool enough. Okay, so I'll pick my timer first. See, the question marks here means that those are questions that I need to answer. First of all, which timer I will be using. So I will go to pick data and go to the timers and see that I have all of those timers ready for me to use. I have 60 timers in this PLC. So I will pick T1, drag it, and leave it here. So this is T1. Now the time base means that for every single preset I do, so when I press preset 1 means that I need to count 1 times 1000 milliseconds, which means 1 second. So in my example, I need 5 seconds, so it will be 5, which means 5 times 1000 means 5 seconds. I can go less if I want to, but this is good enough now. So this preset is the multiplication number of this 1000 millisecond that I'm using. Okay, I'm done. So I'll press OK. Now, a lot of students think that when I'm done like this, this means that it's done. I can simulate it and check now. But they don't know that this is a mistake, because when you check the simulation now, when I turn it on, it will when I switch it on, the relay will immediately be on. However, as you can see, I will do that again. Okay, now if I press my simulation, I want you to look here and see that the timer started counting. When it's done, the done LED is on. However, this did not affect my relay. To do that, basically, I'll go to my design. I'll add a new line. Okay, and then I will drag my I will drag my relay. I'll put it in a new command, and then I will go to I will choose a switch, but this time this switch will be controlled by the timer bits. So if I go to the timer tab, timer 1, I have an enable, I have TT, I have done, I have all of those. So I will pick the done, I'll pick the done, drag the done, I will put it here. So this is my code now. Let's simulate this and see how this works now. So this is the beginning. I'll press the switch, the counter, the ACC will start counting. When it's done, it will turn this on to turn the relay. So this is a very simple program for the delay. Now let's go to counters. After delays, we'll learn about counters. Basically, I will add a new line here and a new switch, and this, it's the same. I will make it activate on done. I will add a remark here. A remark here. Counter. Okay. Now, what are counters? We have two types of counters here. Up counter. So this is the counter. I will switch to counters. Okay. I have, let's see, I have 24 counters. Added my counter, right click, select its counter number 1. Okay. And then the preset will be 3. Now let's test my simulation and check what's going to happen. When I press switch number 1, the counter will count till 5. Then the relay will turn on and the counter will count number 1. When I switch it off again and switch it on back, it will count again to number 5, and then the counter will be 2. When I switch this off and then on again, it will count to 5, and then here it will be 3. So this is the benefit of the counter. When the count reaches the same count, it will activate the done, and I can use the done to do something else. Let me go to the design, add a new line, and it's a switch for the counter bit done, like this, and then I will add an output, out. I will call it, let's go to the relays, and it will be number 2. So let me simulate and check how my application is working. So when I press 5 seconds, this will turn on. I'll turn it off again, turn it on back, 5 seconds. This will turn on. Turn it off again. The counter is 3, it's 2 now. Let's see when I do it the third time. 5 seconds, turn this on, and this will be on. R2 will be on when I press this button 3 times. This is our example for today. I hope you understood now the timers and you understood the counter, the up counter or count up. Needed. So when I turn this on, I will have this enabled when the 5 is reached. So when this enabled, this will turn on. The relay will turn on. Now the same time the done timer will activate a count